Imagine being deprived of the internet in the middle of a war, and then state-of-the-art internet of pretty impressive speed suddenly appears from space. Well, that is currently the story of Ukraine and Elon Musk's Starlink internet. But seriously, how fast is SpaceX Starlink? Stay with us as we conduct a mini Starlink speed test to find out. It's been over a fortnight since Russia invaded Ukraine. Since then, the consequences of Russia's actions have included loss of lives and a worrying humanitarian and refugee crisis in neighboring European countries around Ukraine. Even the basic of services like the internet have been affected, which is typical in times of war. But alas, Elon Musk and his Starlink have helped save Ukraine's internet. However, it was only after Mikhailo Fedorov, the Vice Prime Minister of Ukraine, who doubles as the country's Minister of Digital Transformation, had implored Musk to help in an impassioned tweet on February 26, 2022. Thankfully, Musk responded to the tweet within hours, tweeting, "Starlink service is now active in Ukraine. More terminals en route." Indeed, the terminals went to Ukraine, and we'll tell you about some of the reactions of the Ukrainians when their Starlink actually began to work. But first, let's tell you briefly how these terminals work so you can begin to understand just how fast they can be. Starlink explained. First, you should already know that Starlink is purely satellite-based internet, which translates basically to internet from space, literally. The idea is to provide high-speed internet to remote areas around the globe via satellites that orbit lower Earth's atmosphere. And guess what? Starlink has about 2,000 of these satellites orbiting Earth already, but it plans to extend that number to 42,000 in the future. Staggering. Now, the alternative to satellite internet is fixed broadband internet, which companies like AT&T and Comcast provide. In fairness, although not as expensive in most cases, broadband internet is fairly faster than satellite internet, primarily because the cables and phone lines needed for transmission are on Earth rather than in the sky, but it makes it more vulnerable than satellite internet in certain respects. Here's why. In Ukraine, for example, the Russians could easily disable or disrupt the cable internet by cutting vital communication cables. And this has already happened, by the way. But can they do that to Starlink satellites? Absolutely not, at least for now. All Ukrainians need to do to connect to Starlink is plug in the terminal, and it automatically connects to the nearest Starlink satellite in orbit. The satellite will then communicate with a ground station or gateway nearby, and then subsequently connect to the terminal or dish. Luckily, a gateway is in neighboring Poland, so it should work just fine. And like I said, the terminals arrived in Ukraine like Elon Musk promised, 2 days after he said he would deliver them. The Ukrainian vice president shared a picture of a truckload of terminals on Twitter and thanked Elon Musk in the caption, to which Musk replied, "You're most welcome." That notwithstanding, the question on everyone's lips is how much will the terminals cost? And will it even be worth it given the terminal costs more than fixed broadband? Keep watching and you'll find out soon. But for now, let's talk speed. Finally, the speed test. In 2021, an internet analytics web service known as Speedtestnet ran an internet speed review on satellite services Usenet, Viasat, and Starlink. And the results brought out very interesting statistics, especially for Starlink. In the United States, Starlink posted a median download speed of 97.23 megabits per second for the second quarter of 2021, rising from 15.07 in the first quarter, while HughesNet posted 19.73 megabits per second in quarter 2 from 15.07 megabits per second in quarter 1. On the other hand, Viasat came third, posting a speed of 18.13 megabits per second from 17.67 megabits per second in the first quarter of 2021. But here's the thing, none of these speed limits were better than fixed broadband internet across the US, and that includes upload speeds and latency figures. However, the situation was reversed in many parts of Europe, including Germany and France, where Starlink posted faster speeds than fixed broadband. In France, for example, Starlink's fastest median download speed was at an impressive 139.39 megabits per second compared to the fixed broadband speed of 70.81 megabits per second. Contrastingly, fixed broadband upload speed posted a faster 52.56 megabits per second compared to Starlink's 29.35 megabits per second. However, Starlink posted a higher number in terms of latency, that is, 53 milliseconds to 13 milliseconds for fixed broadband. Now the simple conclusion from all these statistics is that it is possible that much like France and other parts of Europe, Ukraine could definitely post a higher speed for Starlink than fixed broadband, which will be excellent news for the Ukrainians. But before I'd even mention it, how about you try guessing the average download speed reportedly in Ukraine right now? Hop in the comments. Let's see who gets it right. Well, the truth is there hasn't been any official speedest figures released yet. Still, per popular Ukraine news agency known as the Kyiv Independent, Ukrainians are posting up to 200 megabits per second in download speed at this moment. They can literally download a movie in about a minute and watch it before the next missile strikes. And I don't mean that in bad taste, but you get what I mean. Also, another news outlet known as Vicegred24 took to Twitter and tweeted the words "Starlink works," and then later went to call Musk a legend in the same tweet. So indeed, it's fair to say that thousands of people in Ukraine will also be calling Musk a legend, especially those who can afford a terminal. At $499, you might say that it's not really a fair enough price for the average Ukrainian, especially because of the exchange rate, but I'm pretty sure the government will sell it at a subsidized price. That'll be great. Another great thing will be to subscribe to this channel right now, because you wouldn't want to miss what we have in store for you, trust me. Tell you what, Ukrainians are trusting Starlink right now. I mean, a 200 megabits per second internet speed in the middle of a war for a satellite internet service is really some blessing, isn't it? And if you're in Ukraine right now, or anywhere in the world wondering how to make your Starlink faster than 200 megabits per second, watch our video on Starlink speed test. Make Starlink faster with these 3 tips. Thank me later after you're done. And oh, thank you for watching this video. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. See you next time.